Hi there. Welcome to Apple World. Jamie Foxx little girl talks about Jamie being deadened and blind. Jamie Foxx's little girl Corinne is standing up to the upsetting reports that her father was left incapacitated and blind after his unexpected problems. All right, I'm feeling befuddled. I'm feeling lost. I don't have the foggiest idea where to begin. I don't have any idea how to complete things at this point. I want an alternate type of help. Stunning news reports are coursing about Jamie Foxx's ailment, guaranteeing that the entertainer has lost his sight and is, to some extent, deadened following a thought stroke. However, that is not all. Jamie's condition was recently talked about on Ask Dr. Drew, and Dr. Drew's visitor recommended that Jamie's serious intricacy could be connected with the coronavirus antibody. Jamie had a blood clot in his mind after he had the chance. He didn't need the shot. However, the film he was on made him feel compelled to get it. Be that as it may, fans are currently calling out Dr. Drew for hawking paranoid fears and being impolite to Jamie's girl and the remainder of his loved ones. Corinne is supposed to be exceptionally annoyed about these new reports, and she's currently clearing up everything about Jamie's genuine condition. So what did Corinne say about Dr. Drew's remarks? Did Jamie's health-related crisis truly leave him deadened and blind? These nonsensical feelings of trepidation and contemplation and fits of anxiety are what things are like. It's been nearly 2 months since Jamie Foxx was hospitalized in Atlanta following a baffling, unexpected problem. What's more, over these recent months, we've heard such countless clashing reports on Jamie's well-being, beginning with the absolute first update that was shared by Jamie's girl, Corinne, less than 24 hours after his hospitalization. In a since-erased Instagram post, Corinne shared that Jamie encountered an unexpected problem the other day and added, "Fortunately, because of fast activity and extraordinary consideration, he is now en route to recuperation." Nonetheless, following half a month of consistent media hypotheses, a few outlets detailed that Jamie's condition had deteriorated and that the family was getting ready for terrible. However, at that point, only days after the fact, the story took one more turn when Corinne chose to share one more update on her Instagram story, asserting that Jamie had been out of the emergency clinic for a really long time and was at that point playing pickleball. Update from the family: miserable to perceive how the media goes crazy, Corinne composed. My father has been out of the emergency clinic for a really long time, recovering. He was playing pickleball yesterday, truth be told. Notwithstanding, fans were befuddled by Corinne's proclamation since, in such a case where Jamie truly left the emergency clinic weeks prior and was feeling sufficiently great to play pickleball, why? Didn't the family say this immediately as opposed to allowing the sensationalist newspapers to go crazy for quite a long time? In any case, on May 15, the TMZ detailed that Jamie was to be sure let out of the Atlanta medical clinic. In any case, he didn't get back and was rather moved to a restoration office in Chicago that works in stroke recuperation in addition to other things. For the following 2 or 3 weeks, there were no reports on Jamie's well-being. Notwithstanding, Dr. Drew just reignited the discussion on his show while conversing with that visitor, Jamie, who was left deadened and blind. On Tuesday, May 30, Dr. Drew facilitated Tattle editorialist A.J. Benza on his show, and Benza made a progression of dangerous cases about Jamie's condition, recommending that Jamie foster blood coagulation in his mind subsequent to getting the coronavirus immunization. Benza guaranteed that Corinne Foxx's assertion about Jamie playing pickleball was totally misleading. What's more, he additionally said the message shared on Jamie's Instagram didn't really come from him. This was all baloney. In any case, they were detailing that he's playing pickleball. He's answering on Instagram. No, he's not. What's more, individuals do that for you. It's all a lie. Benza likewise guaranteed that somebody near the situation would let him know that Jamie would have rather not gotten the coronavirus antibody. Nonetheless, he was supposedly constrained to make it happen so he could keep shooting his film back in real life with Cameron Diaz. Furthermore, as per Benza, Jamie fostered blood coagulation in his mind. Subsequent to getting the shot, I had someone in the room who let me in on the fact that Jamie had blood coagulation in his cerebrum after he had the chance. He didn't need the shot, however, because of the film he was on, he was forced to get it. This film he's doing with Cameron Diaz. Benza likewise recommended that this could be the genuine justification for why Jamie purportedly had an implosion on the arrangement of back in real life, presently before his hospitalization. What's more, I'm thinking, is that why he exploded on the set 7 days before this health-related crisis occurred? Is that why he terminated 3 or 4 individuals? Since he just had it with these commands? I don't have the foggiest idea. Benza then proceeded to say that his insider source let him know that the blood coagulation left Jamie to some degree incapacitated and blind. What I determined from the man in the room was that the blood coagulation in the cerebrum had made him somewhat deadened and blind by then. Since, in such a case, you read into what they were talking about from the beginning. He's speaking with us. That doesn't mean talking. There's nothing that can't be. It very well may be, a composing sign. I realized those little code words. And afterward, when you let me know your dad is playing pickleball, offer me a reprieve. As per Benza, there's a gigantic effort to conceal what's going on the grounds that even TMZ quit covering Jamie's condition after Corinne shared her Instagram post guaranteeing that Jamie is feeling sufficiently great to play pickleball. Indeed, even TMZ isn't detailing this. Also, I realize TMZ has sources in clinics who give them data. Regardless of whether it's legal, Dr. Drew then, at that point, said that assuming this is valid and Jamie truly fostered blood coagulation in a vein prompting his mind, this would have crushing outcomes. What's more, it's impossible that Jamie would have the option to play sports. It's a stroke. It's a blood coagulation course that removes the stalk. That piece of the cerebrum is dead, and it has intense results. It depends upon which supply route and what the life systems of that conduit are for which parts of the mind and whatnot. However, it isn't something that consider this. Is it safe to say that he is still in the emergency clinic? Is that really what I should accept? Furthermore, play pickleball. AJ Benza likewise said that Karen's proclamation regarding Jamie being out of the emergency clinic for quite a long time was baloney, since that is plainly not the situation. So the specialists are representing him. His most seasoned little girl, Karen, is doing the talking. She said he's been out of the clinic for quite a long time, but at the same time, that is false. He's had a generally excellent clinic in Chicago and has some expertise in this sort of recovery. Presently, for all intents and purposes, it's conceivable that Karen was alluding to the way that Jamie was set free from the Atlanta medical clinic. Be that as it may, her assertion about him playing pickleball is certainly unusual. Benza likewise brought up how different celebs have requested that fans petition God for Jamie, and assuming Jamie was truly sufficiently solid to play pickleball, it's far-fetched they'd request supplications. Each companion who emerges, whether it's Kevin Hart, Scratch Cannon, or whoever, all expresses petition God for Jamie. He must get past this. No one emerges with incredible news. It's dependably solemn, as you may have guessed. Both Benza and Dr. Drew said it is possible Jamie's condition was brought about by post-coronavirus disorder and not really the antibody. Nonetheless, when Dr. Drew asked Benza for what valid reason, what is happening is covered in such a lot of secrecy, similar to Damar Hamlin's new well-being alarm. Benza said, something's most Certainly off in light of the fact that nobody's permitted to discuss this or pose any inquiries. But we're continually being besieged with refreshes about Jamie's well-being and being approached to keep him in our requests. And so far as that is concerned, Damar Hamlin. Both of them, that was additionally covered in mystery. How do individuals really get to reality, and what do they envision they're doing by not coming clean? See, as a columnist, and I'm not a practicing writer, however many individuals compose these days, they will be towing the line continually with this coronavirus stuff. Nobody figures out reality. Nobody's permitted to discuss it. Be that as it may, how did Karen respond to a Jay Benza's concerns about Jamie's condition? What's more, is there any reality to these reports about Jamie being deadened and blind? Indeed, Karen was spotted last week visiting Jamie at the Chicago Restoration Center, along with other relatives. So we know without a doubt that Jamie actually hasn't been delivered. Concerning Benza's claims that Jamie lost his sight and is to some degree deadened, sources near Karen would not verify or refute this. Furthermore, they just said that Karen is resentful about the media spreading accounts about her dad's well-being. Karen has additionally incapacitated remarks on her Instagram, so it seems as though she no longer needs to draw in fans posing inquiries about Jamie. Presently, concerning fans, they're really isolated from the cases made by a Jay Benza and Dr. Drew. And keeping in mind that some of them are blaming these two for spreading paranoid ideas, others are saying it's ludicrous that nobody's permitted to address anything while simultaneously being informed that Jamie is fine. What's more, playing pickleball, one fan tweeted, "Twitter ought to do a decisive victory and erase the records, who are all maxims." Jamie Foxx is currently deadened and blind from a blood coagulation in his mind subsequent to getting the coronavirus immunization. Who else concurs? Also, another Twitter client said, "I trust Jamie Foxx to sue the F out of a Jay Benza and Dr. Drew." Nonetheless, others are saying Jamie's family can't anticipate and that the media and fans should quit estimating. At the point when it was Corinne who shared the principal update. When Jamie was hospitalized, it was guaranteed he was recuperating.